pigment layer is missing, haven't responded well to things like stem cells or other types of transplants yet. So we're trying to figure out ways to either keep it healthier longer, but right now we're kind of stuck at just the vitamins. And so, but I don't see any worsening in the left eye as far as fluid or swelling or bleeding to make me believe that the wet part of the macular degeneration is still active. So, you know, we've gone a while without an injection. I think it's okay to just watch the left eye right now. I would take a look in a couple months and make sure that it's behaving, but I don't see a reason to give you an injection. Unfortunately, the bigger problem now has kind of shifted from being wet macular degeneration to now the dry aspect of it.
And the left eye?
In both, really. You know, in both eyes, that's the bigger problem. So until we have something better, now we could make if you're struggling to read and things, which I imagine you are.
I don't read hardly. I have a big magnifying glass I have to read everything with.
Does that work when you need it?
It's a great big magnifying glass. You hold my hand and
Right.
so everything is used like this.
If you were interested, we could have you make an appointment with a low vision optometrist.
Yeah.
That would be okay with me. You know, the goal of their practice is to try to maximize the vision when everything that we do with medicines and lasers and what the surgeries are no longer improving things, and that would be the next step if you'd wanted to go that route.
And that wouldn't be that Yesnick, would it?
Yeah, Dr. Yesnick, have you been to him or?
Oh, don't you remember I told you about him?
Couldn't remember. There's another one as well.
Oh, the lady was nice in his
Oh,
office.
yeah, that's
But
right.
he's a kind of a kooky guy. Yeah, he said to me, I didn't
That's
say a
right.
word. And he
I
said
forgot
to me,
you'd been there.
your DNA is deteriorating. Well,
Mhm.
of course everybody says it, you need to tell me that.
Right.
It's really cheerful news.
Yeah.
What's the other one? The vision symbol.
Yeah. Let me know when we see you next. I've forgotten you. No, you see Dr. Yesnick, so keep reminding that up. There is another option out there. I'm blanking on the name at the moment. Low vision optometrists kind of come and go in town.
So she's got geographic atrophy.
Geographic atrophy.
Is the term we use when we have patches of the pigment missing, and
It's been there in the left eye for a while. In the right eye, it's been there. It's just been sort of circling around and kind of.
Well, Steve seemed to think that I should have been getting, nobody ever put me on artificial tears. So I just, every morning, squeezed in the Codafen and just did that once a day in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And she said my eyes would have been probably much better if I'd been doing the dry eyes.
Yeah, I mean, dry eyes.
Tears in it, but nobody ever told me to.
You can catch up with it if you're dry, it's a temporary thing. You know, it's not something that damages the cornea or anything over the course of time, as long as it's not.
Well, she seemed to
dreadfully
think
dry.
that it was gonna cure it. She said, I said, well, that's not gonna cure this or make up for it, bring it better reading of it. She says, oh, you will see. And she seemed convinced
Right.
that keeping my eyes moist 46 times a day, she wants me to squeeze in the artificial tears, would bring my, but it didn't, but I just saw her, about 2 weeks ago?
No, it was 2 months ago.
let me see
2
her
months.
Yeah.
This
Earliest
is,
when we have them around. Yeah.
well, I've been
You're
doing it,
14.
I was just gonna.
doesn't seem to have done anything.
Yeah, because you have geographic atrophy. You can't
Right.
just put in
I
eye
mean,
drops to make you see better,
I
unfortunately.
dry eyes can aggravate a condition that's, in the terms of the vision, they can make it a little worse if there's another problem, but they're not going to correct the problem. So this is just kind of going back. I don't know how well you'll be able to see. This is when you first came to see me. This is the pigment layer, this red line.
Yeah,
And so that was back, 5 years ago. The red line, that's the pigment layer I keep talking about. Well, do you see how little of that red line that remains? It's just, so it's healthy here, it's healthy-ish here, but right below the center, that's kind of, that red line is basically missing.
I don't know what else I can do, because every single night I take lutein,
You've done all you can, I mean,
and I
it's just,
take the regular multivitamin.
And mushrooms.
Taking those, but there's A's and there's B's. They're really expensive, super expensive, but I take a multiple vitamin mineral, and I think that I thoroughly believe that you need the real food, because
That may be
a
true.
lot of this isn't going,
doesn't get absorbed as well.
I don't
Right.
believe so.
Yeah, that may be true. It's hard to get a lot of certain vitamins,
Simply by diet. I mean, you'd have to eat oranges all
Yeah,
day to get
it's
vitamin C.
broken down enough to go through the intestinal lining,
Right.
what they said.
So, but yeah, like I said, today I wouldn't recommend a shot. I would want to see you back in a couple months to make sure that you still don't need them. But if anything changes, I'm happy to see you sooner. It's just right now I'm kind of at the limit of what we can do with.
What should I consider if anything changes, how severe? What should I-
Well, if you're concerned that there's a worsening of the central vision or a new blind spot that suddenly appears or anything like that, I really don't think it's likely to happen. But I want you to feel free to call us if there's a change that you're worried about. We'll see you sooner. But I'll plan to see you back around the end of the year.
The end of this year, end of December.
End of December, or I guess, if it turns out to be the 1st of January, that's okay with me too.